we would be making a chatbot application using GitHub Copilot, Python, and Streamlit. So, talking about the structure of our application, the folder structure would include the env file. We would be using OpenAI API key for this. I have pre-checked the requirements and the dependencies that are required in this project for setting up the chat application on Streamlit and compatible versions with Python. And I have listed them here. They would be available in the requirement.txt. App.py would contain the main script for the Streamlit app entry point. The data folder would be the folder where the uploaded files in the Streamlit UI would get saved. Then further, our main folder would be the module folder. This would contain the modularized Python scripts for all our modules. We would have a file handler. We would have chatbot.py, which would contain chatbot logic and LangChain integration. We would be having embeddings.py, which would help us in embedding generation and faces indexing. Further, we would be having utils.py, which would contain utility functions. So we would be doing all these tasks with the help of GitHub Copilot, which would help us. So we would make a new file in the desktop, chatbot, PDF chatbot. We would open it in VS Code. And we would first check that the installations are in there. Those Copilot, yeah, GitHub Copilot is enabled. So what we will do is first we will give the project structure to the chat. We we have to enable the agent. We would keep all the changes. And if we see to the file structure, modules folder, it is not in the data folder. Data, app.py, env, readme, txt. So as our all the files and folders are created, now I will check the environment. So we would be making first of all a virtual environment. So yeah, yeah. So we are using Python 13. So virtual environment would also contain Python 13. So clear, yes. Our virtual environment is being created. So in virtual environments, we have to activate in scripts. Yeah, this one. activate. Yeah, so our virtual environment is activate. Now what I have to do is to install these dependencies. So some of these are required as minute dependencies of other dependencies, but the main dependencies which our project requires could be installed using pip, and I have saved it. So yeah, so we require Streamlit, PyPDF, LangChain, OpenAI, Faces, Sentence Transformer, and .env, Pandas, NumPy, and Watchdog. So in the meantime, this would get installed. One thing we have to do is that we have to downgrade the OpenAI version. Like we are using OpenAI, and I think it's the newest version is 1.25, like 1.75, and all the API reference that is being listed in OpenAI, it's available in 0.28. So we have to downgrade our OpenAI for that. It's taking time because it is being installed at the first time. So I would be back after it's over. So all our packages are downloaded, and now what we will do is that we will downgrade OpenAI so that all the API reference that is being updated could be used with compatibility versions. Yeah, so what we will do now is that we'll use this tab, we'll make the requirement.txt using this command. So, and all our modules in this notepad would get listed here. So I think we don't require notepad now. Yes, yes. So moving on to the modules that we are going to use, we are going to use module folders, and we have 3 to 4 files that we have made. First of all, this init.py, it is for exporting the folder, and I think GitHub Copilot has added some of the functions for us. Like for the chatbot, it's using LangChain, OpenAI embeddings. uh, It's using vector databases from embeddings. Yeah, it's using PyPDF. Yeah, it is good. Provided us some kinds of snippets. So we would go with file handler. Like what would this file handler do is handle PDF files, upload and text extraction. So yeah, so what we will do is that we make two functions. One is extracting text from PDF. I think we don't require this. Extract text from PDF. Yeah, it would, and for that we would need import the modules from typing import. I think PyPDF is not installed. Once again, you will check menu command palette interpreter. It's using the global one, not the virtual environment one. So once you pick this, yeah. So extract text from PDF file. It would use like argument file path. No, so it would use a file, not binary IO type file like object for representing the PDF file. Yeah, it returns. So we have to change the parameter. Uh, no, sorry. Yes. Here it's computing the function for us for pages and pages text plus is equal to extracted text, return text. So yeah, this is good. Now we would be making a function to save the uploaded files in data folder. So it's already suggesting us save upload files, file type binary bytes, IO, yeah, and file name. Yeah, we are going to accept this, but this is we are going to mark it as uploaded file. Uploaded file as binary bytes IO file name. No, we don't require the file path or file name string. So accept and to minimize this. So save an optional file to a temporary location to data directory. To data directory and arguments, it takes a uploaded file binary bytes object. File returns a string path to save file. So we are opening the file and writing in binary mode. So first we have to check that if the path exists because on deployment it might, yeah, not temp files. If not os.path, we would have data os.bpir data and file path is equal to os. We don't require this now. It's making temporary directory. No, we would be passing directly, yeah. So file path is equal to os.path.join data uploaded file. Its name. Is it a string? Yeah, abstract class is maintained with file path where binary right file dot uploaded file. Uploaded file. What is in yeah. So our save uploaded file takes the uploaded file as input and it returns a file path that is in the form of a string and extracted text from PDF is the PDF we are uploading. It would extract using PyPDF to PDF reader and it will also return us the complete text in this variable in the form of a string. So now we would be using the embeddings. So OpenAI embeddings are depreciated. So we would be, I think, creating our embeddings. How I like we would be making embeddings for each chunk. Like and we would use OpenAI, but as the OpenAI embeddings are depreciated and they are not continuing in the API version, so it's they are using paid versions. So we would making our own functions. So I think we would be using cases indexing for this. This module will handle the generation of embeddings from text data function to query process. Yeah, and embedding generation will be done using OpenAI embeddings, and we would be using our own case cases for the test storage and indexing logic. We would be making two functions in here. So one would be the to generate the embeddings, and other one would be the create facing faces index. So for that, we would be requiring first let us write, and Copilot would help us to generate embeddings as text, generate embeddings for each chunk in the given for each chunk for each chunk using OpenAI API arguments string return stuff. No. So what we are giving it chunks, and this would be in the format of list. The chunks in the format of list that would give us. We would be requiring chunks and embedding dimensions. How many OpenAI has? So yeah, 1536. They will hardcode that. And think list of list or float and a list of tree. Yes. So import necessary libraries from LangChain, import embeddings, no, import cases. So generating embeddings in arguments. So the list of string list. If we again, yeah. So placeholder actual embedding generation logic. This is we would be using OpenAI API key indices for I in range. Placeholder and we will return the embeddings and indices. No. So after like is embedding hardcode for dimension for in length of chunks, number of chunks, dummy embeddings. So for 0 into dimension for 0 embedding dimensions for in chunks. Okay, so like all the embeddings there they are present in embedding dimensions, and while we are converting this file handler.py, the input that we get when they are converted into this list, all the lists are not of equal dimensions. So what we have to do, we have to filter out all the inconsistent embeddings. So field inconsistent, yeah, this will be the validation step. Embeddings. So we will first valid embeddings, embeddings for valid embeddings will be equal and empty, and then for the valid chunk, valid chunks, we have like cancel the indices. We would be returning this valid embeddings. Valid chunks and valid embeddings. Like for embeddings will be chunk in chunks. Yeah. If length of embedding is equal to the embedding dimension, then valid embeddings append EMB, valid chunks append chunks. So the return, yeah, yes. Now if we add a condition else, invalid embedding for the chunk, embedding for the chunk. Like we could do like that. It's not valid embeddings. Raise value is all valid generator. Please check the input data type. And here we could write that skipped is KIPP skip. It's returning chunk like length of embeddings. If you return length of EMB valid chunk. So yeah, generate embedding functions take the embedding dimensions 1536 tuple and generate embeddings list. Yeah. So now we'll be creating faces index. So abstract tab embeddings list faces index faces dot index. I don't think create a faces index from the given embeddings and arguments. Embedding the list keyword embedding index path. What is index path? Index path. Index path. Index path of faces index object returns float तो ठीक है और faces index. Yeah, this is I think faces index made with embeddings. So if there is not any embeddings, we have to provide it embeddings of type list of type list of strings. So yeah, we have to check if embeddings are empty. So if embeddings are empty, like not if not embeddings or not or instance list for embeddings is instance list. EMB is not defined. Action. Like embeddings, then raise value embedding must be a non-empty list of lists. Non-empty embeddings length is equal to list map length of embeddings. And if length of embeddings is not equals to 1, there is value error. All embeddings must be saved. Now we have to provide all the if not same, if same, then we have to provide an array of numpy array. Like for that embeddings underscore np num array embeddings as float numpy array embeddings as float type 32. So yeah, we can use yeah, yeah, set exception as raise value error. Like, create of pieces that's value. we have to return an index object. So return index and create this is index. We have to provide this a dimension and dimension equal to dimension p dot shape one. Absolutely okay. Index is equal to pieces. Okay, dimension. Yes. Return index. Now what we would be doing, we have to search faces index. No faces object would be created. So after that, we will be loading it. The faces face object is there. Face face index paths to type string faces of type any. So loads faces from arcs. Returns faces index. I think we have to go directly. The exit error नहीं आएगा नहीं. Export this index. This would create and this would load. So we are now इस इसमें तो उसमें कुछ बनाएंगे. क्लीन टेक्स्ट बनाएंगे इसमें. क्लीन टेक्स्ट के लिए एक टेक्स्ट देंगे स्ट्रिंग फॉर्मेट में या इसके और गिनाने कैसे हैं इसके इसके और टेक्स्ट स्मॉल टी और टेक्स्ट स्ट्रिंग ठीक है टेक्स्ट ऑफ टाइप स्ट्रिंग सो इनपुट टेक्स्ट टू बी क्लीन रिटर्न्स और स्ट्रिंग ओके तो रिटर्न जॉइन स्प्लिट में रिटर्न कर ली वैल्यू अरेंज भी करेंगे एक्स्ट्रा कैरेक्टर्स न्यू लाइंस तो छोड़ दो कैरेक्टर्स एंड एक्स्ट्रा स्पेसेस क्लीन टेक्स्ट इसी खाली को ज्वाइन करके टेक्स्ट डॉट स्प्लिट टेक्स्ट क्लीन टेक्स्ट इज इक्वल टू क्लीन टेक्स्ट इज इक्वल टू क्लीन टेक्स्ट डॉट रिप्लेस स्लैश एन खाली रिप्लेस ठीक हो रहा है और रिटर्न ही कर देंगे अब रिटर्न रिप्लेस बैक स्लैश टी क्या है रिटर्न क्लीन टेक्स्ट अगर हम क्लीन टेक्स्ट का फंक्शन बनाएगा एम्बेडिंग्स में एरर क्या है लोअर केसेस any is not defined ठीक है तो हमसे यूटिल्स के सो हमने इसका फंक्शन से बना लिया क्लीन टेक्स्ट का हम टाइपिंग इंपोर्ट लिस्ट डिक्शनरी इंपोर्ट तो इस एक फंक्शन बनाएंगे चंक टेक्स्ट का डेफ डेफ चंक नहीं, इसी में चेंज कर रहा है ना ये। डेफ चंक टेक्स्ट, टेक्स्ट लेगा, रिजेक्ट, टेक्स्ट टेक्स्ट का लेगा, स्ट्रिंग में जाएगा, चंक साइज में मैक्स टोकन्स 100 ही रखो, टोकन इज इक्वल टू 100, लिस्ट ऑफ स्ट्रिंग, लिस्ट ऑफ स्ट्रिंग्स, एक्सेप्ट ही करके देखते हैं इसे, स्ट्रिंग मैक्स टोकन कम है, नॉट इन रिटर्न, फॉरवर्ड इन करंट चंक, इसमें वो भी जुड़ेगा, प्लस लेंथ ऑफ वर्ड डॉट स्प्लिट इज ग्रेटर देन मैक्स टोटल, ग्रेटर देन रखो तो चंक डॉट एंड खाली में ज्वाइन हो जाएगा करंट चंक, और करंट चंक रीसेट हो जाएगा, और ठीक है, ये जो फंक्शन बन गए, वे काम करते हैं, env फाइल बनाते हैं, पाइथन, पाइथन की एनवायरनमेंट फाइल्स, ठीक है, तो एनवायरनमेंट फाइल्स बना दी, अगर एक लोडर बनाते हैं डॉट env में स्ट्रीमलिट के लिए, तो डेफ लोड पीसेस इंडेक्स लोड एनवायरनमेंट, ठीक है, तो ऑफ टाइप डिक्ट, डिक्ट नहीं, कैसे कैसे भी करना है, from the .env file, returns except null, non body .env except, ठीक है, नहीं ये तो लोकल एनवायरनमेंट के लिए है, तो हम्म, ठीक है, तो यूटिल्स वाला फोल्डर बन गया, एंड एम्बेडिंग्स, फाइल हैंडलर, चैटबॉट बनाना पड़ेगा, इनपुट स्ट्रीमलिट, तो चैटबॉट के लिए अगर हम ओपन एआई की पहले लोड करेंगे चैटबॉट में, चैटबॉट में पहले लोड करेंगे, इंश्योर ओपन एआई एपीआई की इस set in the environment variables, so अगर if not API की, if if अगर नहीं है तो नहीं है, API अंडरस्कोर की, तो क्या करो, अगर नहीं है तो लेके आओ, तो API key is equal to OS dot get env open API. इसके बाद वैल्यू एरर दो तो अगर नहीं मिलता तो देखो नहीं मिलता तो import OS ठीक है OS के बाद env dot import load environment import ओपन है एक और चीज import करते हैं टाइपिंग इसमें फंक्शन है ना import list डिक्शनरी में चाहिए लिस्ट से नहीं कर दो सो ऐसे देखें तो get response chat with GPT and response context इसमें एक तो क्वेश्चन जाएगा क्वेश्चन स्ट्रिंग का कॉन्टेक्स्ट भी जाएगा ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट स्ट्रिंग नहीं है जो ये देगा इसकी बात ठीक है मॉडल लैंग्वेज turbo based on provided questions and context or question string return string the chatbot response and prompt वगैरह देना पड़ेगा इसमें इस वजह से बताओ ट्राई नहीं prompt context in questions क्वेश्चन का आंसर ठीक है is equal to open chat completions create J model or messages content role user content इसको देखो हार्ड हेल्पफुल असिस्टेंट तो प्रॉम्प्ट अगर इसमें जाएगा प्रॉम्प्ट भी देना है तो प्रॉम्प्ट भी दे दिया चलो बस ठीक है तो इसमें रिस्पॉन्स रिस्पॉन्स तो अगर गेट एम्बेडिंग्स का निकालेंगे जैसे जनरेट हुई है रिस्पॉन्स में वैलिड एम्बेडिंग्स वैलिड चंक्स तो
So artifact is something which is returned after
जनरेट एम्बेडिंग्स और इस गेट एम्बेडिंग्स में जाएगा इसको ट्राई में डालते हैं ओपन एम्बेडिंग्स क्रिएट मॉडल इज इक्वल टू टेक्स्ट इनपुट इज इक्वल टू टेक्स्ट इनपुट दे दिया यहाँ आएगा रिटर्न रिस्पॉन्स डेटा 0 so it will get a string response of any embeddings create multi-text filter except exception is 11 chunks तो इसमें क्वेश्चन जाएगा एक, ठीक है, क्वेश्चन तो होगा स्ट्रिंग फॉर्मेट में, क्वेश्चन होगा स्ट्रिंग फॉर्मेट में, फिर एक जाएगा डॉक्यूमेंट्स जाएंगे और वो होंगे स्ट्रिंग 5 इज इक्वल टू 3, ठीक है। तो अगर ये भी करें टू मोस्ट चंक्स इन द क्वेश्चंस, query to ask question embeddings are created into vector, question vector is equal to data embeddings, question d and I, d क्या है इज इक्वल टू, अच्छा p ये है, इसी को एक्सेस करना है ना, क्वेश्चन वेक्टर, तो रिलेवेंट डॉक्यूमेंट आई ऑफ 0 इन क्वेश्चन रिलेवेंट्स, ताकि ये फंक्शन बन गया, रिटर्न टाइप लिस्ट इसका, हाँ, तो ये बन गया, और इसका भी जनरेटर रिस्पॉन्स 0, रिस्पॉन्स डेटा 0, so this is the code provided by ChatGPT, इसकी फाइल अपलोडर, हैंडल टेक्स्ट इज इक्वल टू, एजेंट को हम कॉन्टेक्स्ट देते हैं फोल्डर में, डेटा का नहीं, मॉड्यूल्स फोल्डर का, और फाइल में फाइल दे सकते हैं तो विद द कॉन्टेक्स्ट टेक्स्ट फाइल्स, पहले टर्मिनल में जाते हैं, तो ये क्या दे रहा है, यहाँ पे फ्री रिकॉर्ड देते हैं, तो ठीक है, अगर अब हम इसे तो क्लियर स्ट्रीम में, अगर हम इंपोर्टर सो अगर हम कैन नॉट इंपोर्ट फाइल लाइन, इसी में ही हो रहा है दिक्कत, इनपुट ये खुला पाना है जैसे, अच्छा ये इसमें खुल गया है, नहीं डेवलपमेंट होता है, तो इसको 50% खोलते हैं, कंट्रोल सी, टर्मिनल, ऐसा क्यों हुआ, स्ट्रीमलिट एसटी लाइन तो फाइल हैंडलर अपलोड ही नहीं हो रहा, तो काम करते हैं, सबसे पहले स्क्रिप्ट्स को एक्टिवेट करते हैं, अच्छा फाइल हैंडलर में चेंज कर दिया था हमने, तो ठीक है, अगर फाइल हैंडलर में पहले इनपुट इसको हटा देते हैं, एक्सट्रैक्टिव टेस्ट और एक्सट्रैक्ट और अनसेव अपलोड फाइल, अगर हम और कौन सी मॉड्यूल थी, फ्रॉम मॉड्यूल स्टोर, only vector stored नहीं है तो embeddings import इसमें और होगा so generate embeddings create pieces और load embeddings retrieve relevances ये है कि इसमें is not accessed करेगी तो retrieve relevances क्या है create pieces embeddings load so generate embeddings है और create pieces और load pieces generate get embeddings नहीं है तो get embeddings खुद करना है generate embeddings है तो get embeddings create faces effects and load faces index create faces index load इसमें स्वाइप कर लीजिए module dot chatbot get content और get so import OS ऊपर ही करते हैं import में हमने बनाया था text chunk text और variables chunk text and load environment variables once we have loaded everything so इसको कॉल करते हैं सबसे पहले load environment variables so इसको कॉल कर दिया so streamlit structure कैसा होगा ये टाइटल बनाते हैं टाइटल set the page configuration set configuration set page configuration accept accept page title pdf chatbot layout वाइड तो अगर लेआउट इसका टिकट को तो लेआउट है सबके बाद कोई फाइल अपलोड st डॉट अपलोड st is not running then फाइल पाथ को हम करेंगे सेव ही अपना फंक्शन या लोड फाइल अपलोड इज सक्सेस text from pdf text extracted text from pdf file path extracted successful text extracted success into smaller pieces तो हार्ड कोड करते हैं। तो अगर ये होगा विथ टेक्स्ट स्ट्रिंग्स इज इक्वल टू चंक टेक्स्ट, चंक टेक्स्ट लेता था ये कुछ, मैक्स टोकन तो लेगा ही चंक टेक्स्ट, इसमें दे दिया ना मैं, मैक्स टोकन तो जाने देना। टेक्स्ट चंक्स एंड क्रिएट अ faces index, faces index with spin. तो getting तो इसमें टेक्स्ट चंक्स दिया, एक ही रहेगा इसमें, विथ पे आ जाएगा, सक्सेस हो गया। is just ready, ready to chat. So मैं new user user question index documents. So this is index में क्या, get response user query and dot join relevant chunks. Yeah, success. Next is so success. So if we answer this, is for So the OpenAI key is not set, and then get response from it is called OpenAI. Which yeah, so yeah, but also if you see yeah, chatbot video, upload the response. I give my resume. Error converting entire teaching spot. The second piece is embeddings. It's in line 37. Faces, create faces, generate chunks, valid chunks, valid embeddings, valid chunks. So, that's embeddings, facility control. Okay, so please see, always rerun. Response is modified. So, yeah, response response is modified. The response is modified. So, 153 only. So, response is right. Response is not. Okay, और भी है response. तो ये st dot response उठा के सक्सेस रिस्पॉन्स राइट रिस्पॉन्स ठीक है तो रीलोड इट एंड फाइल अपलोडेड सक्सेसफुली एक्सट्रैक्टेड सक्सेसफुली टेक्स्ट सक्सेसफुली डाउनलोडेड ओके विल गेट डाउनलोडेड what is about the PDF. It's your exceeded payment amount. Yeah, so the current limits are revised and they are not giving free testing under the free tier. So we have to buy subscription. So yeah, we have made the PDF chatbot. So our virtual environment requires all these libraries and modules and the README files, so Streamlit run dash dashboard, and the upload that we were trying to get, download the PDF, yeah, the text that was written here. Like if we reload and upload another text, like from downloads, if I update assignment, and if I you can download the PDF here, so it must get downloaded here. Yeah, the other PDFs are also get downloaded, so all the PDFs which would be ingested would be getting downloaded here. And if I want to make a proper readme from the app.py, then create proper and comprehensive read with the context of the project. So I think agent would do that. So read references. So it's generating the edits and yeah, it's included folder structure app.py, read the requirements env.env. You have to keep these changes. So we are done. So Python 3.8, 3.13. So an OpenAI API key, ठीक है, clone batch PDF CD, clone repository URL, yeah, okay, CD, PDF chat file, no, this is not required in the root directory, minus or requirement.txt or open API key, streamlit on app.py, the structure we were given. So yeah, data example, okay, utils, function, chatbot logic, okay, handles, okay, contributing, business, okay, das, okay, yeah, so if I close the terminal and I rerun the PDF chatbot, so first I will activate the scripts. Yeah, Yeah, they once we add the paid plan, they put the main paid API in the ENV file help, so it would get proper. I will be deactivating the API key.